letter B now. And this one's a little bit tricky. Letter B says, when is the, can I talk here, please, guys? So I want to go, after this, I'll give you guys time to work if you need to. If you want me to keep doing questions, I can keep doing them. If you guys want time to get started on your assignment, or to continue on, you can do that. Letter B says, when is this object moving forward, when is it moving backwards? If it is moving forward, what are we looking for? Michael, go ahead. Positive what? Good. For what? For what though? Well, for its acceleration, its speed, or its displacement. One of those. Okay. So positive. Sorry, I didn't even say it like that. Came out wrong. Okay, now we're going to go all the way back. Go ahead, guys, please. We're going to go all the way back to advanced functions and also to grade 11 if you were in my class for grade 11, because this is the way we did it here. What equation are we using for speed? Yes. F prime of x. And if you notice here, we're looking for f prime of x is greater than 0 and f prime of x is less than 0. How did we solve inequalities like this back in advanced functions? There were two ways to do it. Only one person knows. Does no one else remember last year how to do? How'd you do this? There's only two ways to solve it. Yeah, you use the table. You can either graph it or use a table. Those are the two ways. I'm going to use the table here just to make it easier for you. I intentionally picked an equation that was nice. Okay, so we're going to use. We have to solve this equation. Now I did this on purpose. That's a beautiful looking equation to solve, I hope. Bailey, going back to grade 10, how do we solve something like that equals 0? Oh, Bailey. Shame on you. Yes, let me rephrase. Yes, you can use quadratic formula. What's a better way to do the quadratic formula, Nathan? Factoring, please, okay? And you could... It's possible you could get a cubic tomorrow as well, see for this, okay? So you got to think back to how to factor a cubic, okay? It's possible.
Please don't give us a quad formula.
Okay, so I'm going to say multiply negative 12, add to negative 1, negative 4 and 3. So 0 equals 3x squared plus 3x minus 4x minus 4, 0 equals 3x, x plus 1 minus 4x plus 1, 0 equals x plus 1, and 3x minus 4. So x equals negative 1, and x equals 4/3. Now, before I move on, I want to make sure that everyone feels good about what those numbers actually are. Let's go ahead.
What did you do when you did the multiplying and adding negative 12?
Yeah, no problem. Negative 12 comes from this times this. Like it's the first two on the outside, the two on the outside. So 3 times 4 gives you negative 12. And then I know grade 10 is a good year for you. We talked about this. So if you freeze on the test, hold on. In all honesty, if you don't want to do factor, you want to use quad formula, do it. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that, and I don't mind. Just it's a lot nicer to do it like this. Now, what is that x equals 1, negative 1, and x equals 4/3? What do those numbers actually tell me? This is very important. So if you're fading out, fade in. Derek.
That's when the speed equals 0.
Good.
It goes from negative to positive or vice versa.
Right on. So here we go. Let's make our interval chart. You can also graph this if you want to. Okay?
Oh gosh. It's not that I forgot to factor, it's just you're also getting different numbers. Like this is like not
If you did it differently in your class last year, that's okay. This is what I consider to be the most efficient way to do. All right, the optimal way is what I consider it to be. If you did it differently, that's okay. I'm not gonna. You can do it your way. Okay. So what I did was, where did I get those numbers on the left? Can I talk it, please? Where did I get those things on the left-hand side? Yes,
From your.
from this right here. Now, the other thing you could do, I'll show you how to do it by graphing if you don't like it this way too, because graphing works just as nicely, okay? Where did I get the x is less than -1, the -1 is less than x is less than 4/3, and the x is greater than 4/3? Derek, go ahead.
Your roots.
Those are your roots, okay? Because it can't be 0, it's going to be on other sides of those. What does test mean at the bottom? Yes.
Random points you choose that are follow your.
Yeah, I'm just going to get rid of the word random, but they're going to be any point that works outside of here, in between here, and outside of there. Okay. Now, I'm not going to let the students pick the points, because at one time I did that and somebody picked a number that they shouldn't say in class. Okay. No, I'm not going to let you pretend what it is. It was 4. Okay. So this test point's going to be -4.
Was it in the hundreds?
No. And that's going to be 3. Okay. Somewhere in that range it was, okay? So that's why I don't ask students anymore. Okay, so I just picked numbers, I just picked random numbers there. So -4 plus 1 is a negative. 4 times 3 is -12 minus 4, it's a negative. I just want to bring this to your attention because not everyone, there'll be at least one person who screws this up. And let's call him, Chris Wheat. If I have 2 negatives, what's the overall result? Why is it positive instead of negative? I see nothing but negatives there. Yes. Go ahead.
Negative times negative is 1.
Yeah, remember we're multiplying here, right? So it's multiplying. All right. 0 plus 1 is a plus. 0 minus 4 is a negative, so that's a negative. 3 plus 1 is a plus. 9 minus 4 is a plus, that's a plus. Therefore, it's going to have a positive speed. Sorry, therefore, going forward, that x is less than -1 and x is greater than 4/3. Okay. If you want, you can also do this with the graph. Okay, do you want to see the graph version? The graph version is very easy. I want it. Just so you guys know, we haven't done any graphs this year, and it's May the 1st. Starting May the 3rd, we will be graphing, okay? Oh, no, graphing, that's the worst thing ever. Graphing speeds up your life so much, and with calculus, your life is fast now. It's a lot faster than it will be against something. All right, anything else you guys want? Do you want me to pick another messy one in terms of do, or do you guys want time to work?
Another messy one. Extra messy.
No. The question was, do I want infinity -1 bracket? This is okay. This means like you're going from infinity, like -1 to infinity. No. No. Yeah, sometimes, you don't need it. If you want to write it, if you want to do this exactly, you did in advanced functions, do it. Like if they did negative infinity and, set notation, all that stuff, do it. But I'm not going to be picky on that. It's a therefore statement. If you tell your mother that there's a set from negative infinity to -1, that will make a different story if you say x is less than -1, right? They both mean the same thing. Well, that's your mother. Oh, I thought we were not going to joke. Here we go. Let me do knock knock joke, and then we'll give you guys time to work, and I'll stop, okay? Knock knock joke. Let's see if I remember it here.